What's up, guys? Benny here, back again with another challenge, reality news. We're recapping episode 3 of the challenge, and today I am stoked for this guy. We have Mr. Jozea Flores, a challenge alum, a challenge vet. How are you doing today, man?
What up, guys? What's up? I'm chilling, on my way to an event actually at the moment. But I'm glad I get to be here live with you and talk about some challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And before we get started, make sure you guys like and subscribe this so you can get all the notifications whenever I have something coming up challenge related or reality TV related. But let's just get right into it, man. So this episode was crazy. There were lots of fights and there are some sad moments happening. Let's start off with Fessy. He does something pretty
With
ballsy.
Fessy?
Yeah, Fessy.
Okay.
He does something pretty ballsy, and he decides to spill the beans on the whole secret that he can see everyone's vote. And people are not happy about that. And I was like, I don't know if that's a smart move on his part. What did you think about that? Did you agree with that move he did?
What's really funny, on Final Reckoning, me and Devin had somewhat of a similar thing that happened to us, and it wasn't actually as advanced as it is now in this season. But we kind of pioneered this whole we can see everything from another house idea. So
Yeah.
I could see where the challenge got that from. Yeah, I mean, me and Devon, when we went back to the house, we kind of used it to our advantage, and I think that he did the right move because shit, I would have done the same shit because it makes people in the house become very oh my god, what does he know? Oh my god, he knows everything. Oh my god, they want to be your friend more than your enemy.
That's very true. But I was thinking, people are gonna get pissed at him. But then at the same time, I'm like, other people are gonna win eventually, and they're gonna know this secret. So might as well tell everyone instead of people finding out and then they getting pissed at him
Right.
for not saying anything. So yeah, I agree
Right.
with that. I agree with that. So Kyle, Fessy pretty much spills his secret so he can let Kyle know, hey, I know you went against your word on who you voted for. You decided not to vote for Wes, and Kyle was not having it. He calls out Fessy. What did you think about that whole interaction between Kyle and Fessy? Because I'm loving Kyle right now. Kyle is not taking any cheap shots. He's not being scared. He's just going all the way.
Well, so I didn't get to fully watch that episode because I've been busy with my craziness of what's going on in my life. But I've been getting bits and pieces of everything that's been happening, and it's crazy Twitter, challenge Twitter. So I've been hearing everything that's been happening. I feel like Kyle, from me knowing Kyle personally, he has a great heart and he acts upon what he believes is right, even though he's a big jokester and shit.
Right.
He just believes what he believes, and if he acted on something that made him and Fessy get into it, I don't know if they did they?
They it wasn't physical, but yeah, it was. They got into a little altercation.
More vocal.
Yeah, more vocal than anything. It was it was more on Kyle's part.
Okay, so if it was on Kyle's part, I feel like Kyle might have been trying to use that to his advantage in a gameplay move and trying to get Fessy very frazzled up in what's going on in the whole situation so that he could eventually use it in a later gameplay. Because knowing Kyle doesn't do anything without being strategic about every moment of his damn gameplay. Yeah. Kyle is very smart.
No, I agree, man. And he's playing the game very, very smart. And someone else who is playing the game really smart is Cam. And now Cam is partnered with Kyle. She sees what's going on. She sees Kyle getting in this argument with Fessy, and she's like, hold up, man. We're partners. I'm not about to let you be a target, because if you're a target, I'm a target also. And I am loving Cam this season. I said this, I think the last episode, she is pretty much the face of this season, and she's making such smart moves, and she's not letting anyone get away with any crap because she wants that win.
Yeah. I mean, it's not only that she wants it, she deserves it. At this point, I mean, Cam deserves a motherfucking challenge title. like challenge winner title. Not me being biased because she's my really good friend outside the show, but I really think Cam is a beast when it comes to competitions. She's a beast when it comes to manipulation, and she's a beast when it comes into getting the job fucking done. So if she's running the show, it's for all good reason.
I agree, dude. I completely agree. Like she deserves it. And her rookie season, that's where she got the nickname from, Killer Cam. Like she owned it. So I'm definitely rooting for her. Let's go to the challenge. This was crazy. And I really want to get your thoughts on this challenge because this is the first challenge in challenge history where they didn't use a harness, where they're like up in the air, or not up in the air, but on a huge truck wrestling. What did you think about that? And if you were in that situation, would you have been down to do that as well?
It can be very scary, remembering what it is to be on a moving truck of sorts. So not having a harness is actually even more scarier because you can actually you can actually hurt yourself. You can actually break something. And in the challenge, I mean, everybody thinks it's all fun and games until you actually break a bone or break your neck or have to go to the hospital and get sent home. It's the real deal. The challenge is no joke. So the first time ever not having a harness, I mean, I freaking gagged when I heard that. I didn't believe it. I thought they were playing around. But then knowing that they weren't was super crazy to me. And thank God, from what I know, nobody got hurt.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up, people getting hurt. 2 people got hurt, man. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God.
Nicole, she dislocated her shoulder or her arm. I think it was her shoulder. Yeah. And I felt so, and we'll talk more about Nicole, but I felt so bad for her because this is the second time. What's up?
Did she fall off the truck?
She fell off when she fell off into the net. Before she fell off into the net, she dislocated her shoulder.
Oh.
And she still went on, and she still went against Cam. And I just felt so bad for her because this is the second time in the challenge that she's been injured. Fuck. But then after Nicole, another rookie, which I'm blanking on her name right really quick, but another rookie, she hurt her elbow or something, or another arm. But it was crazy and intense what happened. But fast forward a little bit, I want to go back to the challenge, but sticking with Nicole, she ends up having to go home. Because, she dislocated.
You done spoiled it for me. You done spoiled it. I didn't see that part yet. Ah, damn.
It was crazy, man. And I felt awful for the girl because you can tell she wanted it so bad. Right. And like I said, this is the second time where she's hurt herself and she had to leave the game because of her injury. So I wanted to know what your thoughts are on Nicole having to leave the game.
I got to meet Nicole and hang out with her outside the challenge. She's a really cool, down-to-earth person. I think she has her heart in the right place, and everything that she does is all for a reasoning. And this was, for me, I think this was supposed to be her comeback season because she hasn't been on the challenge for a while. And her coming back this season was she's going to do it all out. And for her to go home, I know that must have hurt her deeply because you could tell she wanted to win. She wanted to go all the way. She didn't want to go home early. She did not. And I know she probably was over it when they sent her home, over it. I feel bad. Now that I know, I'm like, oh my God, I have to text her. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. And she's a beast. Like you said, she would have crushed it no other. I hands down believe she would have made it to the final.
Oh, yeah.
She would have made it to the final, hands down. But there is this huge face-off during tonight's challenge against Fessy and CT. Ooh. And this was the one I was waiting for because these are 2 big guys, right?
Right.
And so it was intense, but I was bummed because no one won. Time ran out and no one could get the other person off the net or into the net.
Come on,
and
CT.
What's up?
I said, come on, CT. For him being his age, he held his own ground. Shit.
He did. Who would you root for, though? Fessy or CT?
That's a tough one. Because CT, me and him, we started off very rough between each other. We didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and then we grew to like love as a bromance kind of thing. He's pretty cool. He's down to earth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I built kind of like a bond with him in a weird way, like a big brother, little brother thing.
Okay.
But at the same time, Fessy is also big brother, so that's alum. So I can't really go against that. I don't know. I would still have to give it to Fessy. I would say I would have to root for Fessy at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So anyway, so after the challenge, Leroy and Casey win. Stoked for Leroy like no other because I'm out of all the challengers, I'm rooting for Leroy the most. You know, he's been doing this game for a while now, and he hasn't won yet, and he really wants that win. I'm rooting for him. What did you think about, or what do you think about their win, Casey and Leroy?
I think it's well deserved. Leroy puts his all in everything. He makes sure he gets the job done. He learned even how to swim. I mean, Leroy is no joke.
He's not.
I think he possibly can make it all the way to the end, honestly, to tell you the truth.
He can. Like, him and Cam are playing a really, really good game. I think it's very smart that they both have each other in this game because Cam is Leroy's strength while Leroy is Cam's strength, and they both even each other out.
And it's more like a comfortability thing. So like if I had like my boyfriend, which I don't have a boyfriend, but if I had my boyfriend in the show without having him there, if that makes sense. So I get why the Cam and Leroy thing works so well, because it's like you have your confidant there with you. You can look at him and know he's always going to hold your hand and hug you when you're stressed. Right. I love that. I love it.
Oh, it's awesome, man. So let's move on to some drama in the house. So let's start off with Josh versus CT. And this took me back a couple of seasons ago to when Josh and CT, they were in a little tiff, I guess you can say. And it's happened again. And it all started when I guess this little thing happened with KC and CT. They're arguing about pizza. Josh is like, what's going on? He goes to find CT and he's like, CT, what happened? You know, you made KC cry. And CT's like, bro, leave me alone. And then he goes to KC and is like, make sure she's okay. And she's like, she's fine. And then they just start they get in this big argument, Josh and CT. What do you think about that dynamic between the two? Because this isn't the first time this has happened between them.
CT is a ticking time bomb. I mean, he has a short fuse. He has learned through the years how to maintain that short fuse, but he gets set off very easily. And I feel like, even though I like Josh as a person, I think he's really cool and he's, you know, down to earth too. I feel like, you know, sometimes you just don't need to be bothered, and you know, just don't know the right time to talk to people and the wrong time to talk to people. And I think, you know, Josh just went at the wrong time and got on CT's nerves, and there you go.
Yeah. So you would think it would be all over after that, but then Devin gets in the mix, and he says he yells out, "Big Brother sucks." This sets off Josh like no other, and I wanted to get your opinion on this. Do you think Devin getting into this fight, was it a strategic move on his part? Was he trying to put more of a magnifying glass on Josh, or was it just for giggles? Was he just doing it because, hey, why not?
I'll tell you this. I don't know if I can cuss on this live or not, but I'm gonna tell you my opinion.
Okay.
I feel like Devin is one of the most conniving, backstabbing, disgusting competitors there are on the challenge. And I honestly think he always uses the Big Brother angle to kind of feel big about himself, because if you really look at the bigger picture, Big Brother has taken over the challenge. I mean, let's be honest here. We basically have taken over 3 or 4 seasons now of Big Brother. Everybody's always talking about Big Brother. Big Brother did this. Big Brother did that. So It's because we come from a world where we have to use our mind games to get ahead. And at the same time, we just happen to be athletic. So we know how to do both. The challengers, on the other hand, not all, but some, come from a world where they have to just lie and backstab and then try to get through the way, and some are just layups. That's the reality of the game. But in the Devin world, Devin is a competitor, but he tries to be the new Wes or the new CT or the new Johnny Bananas, and you're not none of that. You're not ever going to be none of that. You're just a filler in a team that, is in a cast. I don't know what to say. So you've putting yourself in a predicament where you now are getting camera time is annoying because it's not either for your gameplay or your own strategy. It's for you being annoying and getting camera time. So that's my honest opinion.
All right.
And you can quote that. Quote that one.
I'll quote that, man. I will quote that. Well, I'm glad you brought up the Big Brother Alliance because I said this last week. The Big Brother Alliance scares me, and that's a compliment to the Big Brother Alliance because they have something that the challengers, the people who have only done the challenge, don't have, and they have that mental aspect of the game, which is very, very scary. So not only are they physical, but they have a very good mental handling of this game. Correct. And I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit, and we'll go back to it, but it was in deliberation with Casey and Leroy. Casey and Leroy are now partners. And Casey said something that was very telling. She said, even though Leroy is my partner, that doesn't mean I'm going to tell him everything. I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to take what he says in, but I'm not going to tell him every single thing. And in my opinion, that's a smart move.
Correct.
That's a very smart move. And that's a Big Brother move that a lot of players on Big Brother play.
Yep.
You know, they tell people what they want to hear, but they don't say everything. And I want to know, if you were on this season, how would you have played the game the same way, or would it be a different way?
Which I was supposed to be.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
I didn't say nothing. But yeah. So if I was on this season, I definitely would have had my work cut out for me because it would have been me, Cam, Leroy, Ashley. I mean, the list would have went on. Fessy, Josh. I mean, I would have had a whole squad. And on top of that, the crazy thing of everything. Hold on, let me get out this car. Hold on. I don't know if you can see me now. I have to get a light. Wait 1 second.
All right.
Oops. Can I use your light from your phone? I need a little light right now. There you go. Perfect. We're street lighting right now. So you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I was on this season, like, honestly, I would have been set. Like, we would have came in dominated just like they're dominating now, but just with a +1, which would be myself. I mean, me and Cam, like, I would already, man, we would have had it. Woohoo! Would I have started scandals and drama? Of course, that's just me. Is who the fuck I am. But I would have made the season even more hotter than what it is because I don't keep my mouth shut, so everybody knows that. I think I would have set it off. I think I would have added the extra cherry on top.
Mm-hmm. Okay. People miss you on the challenge, man. They really.
I might come back soon. We'll see.
We'll see. So let's go into a deliberation. So in the end, Devin gets sent in, even though his partner Nicole is gone. So it was supposed to be a girls' elimination, ended up being a guys' elimination.
Right.
Devin gets in. Leroy and Casey have a tough choice to figure out, and they end up sending West in, and West is just not happy about it. What do you think about Leroy's decision to send West in? Do you agree with that? Or because West and Leroy, they're friends. They've known each other for a very long time. They're OGs. So do you think he should have, I guess, listened to his heart more than the game? I guess, like you can say.
Gameplay, I think it was a smart move for Leroy to do, because I feel like this is one of the first seasons that they don't have to wait mid-season to get the fucking job done. They want to get the job done ahead of time. And
Yeah.
that's something that I always used to preach when I was doing it. It was just more like, let's get the big dogs out ahead of time, bitch. I don't got time. Because if you get them out now, then it's going to make it easier for us to get it to the motherfucking end. And people always want to wait. Oh, no, let's keep him. Let's keep him. Let's keep this person. Keep her. They're strong. No, fuck that. Get them out as soon as you can. So I think Leroy did the right fucking move. Take that motherfucker out, bitch, bye, and that's it. Keep it
And
moving.
I said the exact same thing during the first episode, because Cam, once again, Cam is being super smart and super strategic this season.
Right.
He wanted to get CT out. You know, CT's a huge threat.
Right.
And I've noticed throughout the seasons, if you don't target CT, he ends up making it to the end, and it's so easy for him because CT's a likable guy. Like, I love CT.
Right.
People
I do
like
too.
CT. So he's gonna make it if you don't try to get him out. So I completely agree with trying to get the stronger person out. So
Right.
during the challenge, Wes and Devin go at it. Leroy decides not to go into the challenge to face off against Devin. Do you agree with that? Should Leroy have gone in, got that gold skull, or no?
I mean, I wish I was in Leroy's head at the moment, but from what I can probably put together, I would say that Leroy is just waiting for his right moment, and maybe he has a bigger target in mind that he wants to take out, and then win his skull. So it's more of a bigger deal than just taking out a little Devin. Because to me, I mean, if people try to make this guy seem like he's like a thing, and he's not a thing. He's really not. So like, I don't know. I wouldn't waste my time going in an elimination battling a Devin. I would wait too.
Okay.
I think he did the right
All
move.
right. All right. Well,
I know it sounds
so
shady, but it's the truth. Listen.
So I know you have your thoughts about Devin, but I gotta say, man, he killed it during this elimination. You know, he ended up beating Wes. Wes is an OG. He's done so many of these things, and Devin pulled it out. What did you think about him winning that challenge? Like, you have to give the guy some props for winning that.
Okay, as a competitor, I do give him props. As a competitor, I give him his props. I applaud him. But that's all he's gonna get from me. A clap, a pat on the back. Good job. I don't know what else to say.
Why do I feel like if you're on the next season of the challenge, that you and Devin are going to be paired up as like rivals? I have a strong feeling.
No. We were already paired up on Chance versus Stars, and I can't work with that guy. I can't, because for some odd reason he tries to make it seem like it's himself trying to do everything and lift everybody up and win the challenge. No, but it also had a lot to do with me. So he's a person that just likes to take the glory off of himself, and I don't like that kind of attitude in a person. So I don't think if if that ever were to happen, I don't even know. I might have to decide and think if I'm even going to do the show.
All right. So Devin wins, and he's not done shaking things up yet. Instead of going with Natalie, and I really want to know your opinion on this, instead of going with Natalie from Survivor, who is a very, very strong competitor, girl's a
He's a beast.
Devin decides to break up Corey and Tori. And I guess Tori and Devin had, this huge rivalry a couple years back on another show. What did you think about Devin not going with Natalie, arguably one of the strongest players in the game, and going with Tori? Do you think that was a smart move?
Well, see, now you put me in one of those spots again. Tori is a really good friend of mine. I don't know Natalie, haven't met her yet, but from what I know of her, she's a freaking beast of a competitor. But so is Tori. Tori's not to be fucked. So
Tori's good.
I think at this point in time, either way, he couldn't have gone wrong. He couldn't have gone wrong.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like, even though Tori hasn't got like hasn't gotten like the camera time of her strongness to be shown like they need to give her. I think people are in for a rude awakening this season with Tori because Tori about to ham down.
Oh yeah, Tori is no pushover. She's
Yeah,
no layup whatsoever. And I
hell no.
actually think that was a very smart move of Devin because Natalie has already been targeted once.
Right.
Tori hasn't been targeted whatsoever. Both are strong competitors, so why not go to the person who people really aren't looking at yet? You
And
know?
and to add on to that, what people are not being aware of, especially in the show, is that okay? So now we have Jay, which is also a good friend of mine, and now we have Natalie, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's two Survivor people, right?
Yeah.
So it's slowly growing with good Survivor competitors. So
Mm-hmm.
if I was there, I would try to befriend Natalie because I'm already friends with Jay. So I would try to befriend Natalie just in case the next season there's more Survivor players. Like, don't be stupid because they're all the same way Big Brother tags up with Big Brother, Survivor tags up with Survivor. It is what it is. It's how the show works. So people not wanting to work with her and be scared of her or whatever, you're just stupid. Just fucking be friends with her. Fucking do a challenge with her. I don't know. Work it out.
That's true. That's very true. But Natalie, she's holding her own, and I give her props. And I was saying this a while back. The rookies are really impressing me this season. I think these are like the best rookies I've seen on the challenge in a very long time. And I wanted to know your thoughts about the rookies this season.
Um, I think the rookies are completely strong. I think they all have a unique ability within themselves to add a specific something to the show. And I think nobody's a layup this season. I think everybody's literally doing what they have to do to get the motherfucking job done.
Yeah.
Everybody is there to play. You can tell no one's there just to chill and get a check. Everybody's there to actually make it to the final. And that's what I like about this season a lot, especially Nam. Woo! Mm.
Yeah.
That woof, 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 woof. Jesus Christ, that man. But but yeah. So they're doing the damn thing. These rookies are no fucking joke. And I think if the OGs think that they can just do everything they do every season and get all the rookies out one by one, it's just not going to happen this season.
Oh
These
yeah.
rookies are woke, big
That's what
woke.
I love about it. I love it about. I love that, man. I love it. So the final part of the challenge or the episode, Wes gives this. I actually felt bad for Wes after he gave this speech. It was pretty much about loyalty and how he felt hurt that Leroy, someone he's known for years on years,
Right.
voted him in, and he said, never in the history of the challenge what did I ever do something like that. What did you think about Wes's speech? And this brings me back to, does Wes have a right to be mad because this is a game, but at the same time, he is really good friends with Wes, or with Leroy. So where do you draw that line? I guess I should ask.
See, this is the problem, and this is why I'm so happy that the challenge itself is morphing into this new challenge genre world that we're seeing now. Because I feel like the past older challenge players are so set in their ways that they go every season playing the game the same exact way. Oh, you're my best friend. I'm never going to vote you in. Oh my God. No, that's not how this is supposed to work. It's a fucking game. If you have to move and put somebody in the freaking elimination because it's the best game move for you, guess what? You got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it. Because if you not putting that person in the elimination is going to cost you your game or exploit you to everyone, that's your fault. So I think honestly, I I think Wes shouldn't be mad. I think Wes should know this is a motherfucking game. You're friends outside of the game, but in the game, it's a game. No matter how crazy we get, no matter how wild or who gets hype or who fights who, it's a game. We're all in it to win it. When we get out, get back to the real world. People don't know how to separate real world from game. Like, it's crazy.
I actually agree with you on that, man. Because it would get boring after a while if the
Yeah.
votes kept on being the same way season after season
Yeah.
after season. So I get where you're coming from now. So that's a new perspective I never really thought about. But so yeah, that was the episode. Final thoughts on this episode, man.
I think this episode was freaking insane. It was like I don't know, like I feel like the challenge keeps on upping it up every single episode, and it keeps making it freaking hotter and hotter, to the point that no harness. I mean, no harness. I
Crazy.
mean, what? So what's gonna be the next episode? They're gonna jump out of a plane with no parachute. I mean, we gotta see. We gotta tune in. Shit's
Who are
crazy.
you? Who are you rooting for to get that big W at the finale?
Listen, I'm rooting for my girl Cam all day, every day, and I'm also rooting for my girl. Well, was rooting for my girl Ashley, but she's no longer there, unfortunately. They were scared of her. But no, but my girl Cam, whatever. I'm voting for Cam, period. But I also love Ashley, and I wish she would have stayed there longer. And there's one more person that I actually really, really want to see do really well. Who was it? Hold on, let me see. You know what? I actually want to see Casey go really, really fucking far.
Okay.
Because she almost got it last time. She
did.
almost got it last time. And I think this time she can make it probably to the end. And I don't really know Amber that well, but I know she's, from our alum, Big Brother royalty. So I got to be rooting for her too. I mean, it is what it is. It's Big Brother. Listen, we all stick together.
Nice, man. Well, I want to also talk about what you've been up to since the challenge. It's been a while since we've seen you, and I know a lot of your fans want to know what you've been up to. So let us know, man. What is Jozea been doing since the challenge?
I've been very, very busy. I've been kind of MIA. You can only find me on social nowadays. And I have a couple projects that I've been working on for the past year that are now going to come into fruition, which I'm really happy about. There's also a few social projects that I've been doing. Like, I don't know if you watched my new social show, which is a cooking nude show, but with an apron on, so you don't really see nothing but butt cheeks. So it's kind of like cheeky fun.
Okay.
But it's been taking off. It's only been out for a month, and already our Instagram page is about to hit 20K, which is insane for a month. And at the same time, it's just like, I feel like that show I've been working on to cultivate to make an amazing fucking brand out of it. The next thing I have is, which I've been taking over OnlyFans. I don't know if you've seen that. I know OnlyFans is a very taboo topic, but OnlyFans for me, I found a way how to turn it into a niche, my own little niche way, and make a series out of it. And it's taken off. I'm top 1% of the whole OnlyFans.
I saw your Instagram post on that. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Congrats. It's freaking insane. OnlyFans wrote to me themselves and was like, we're amazed that you're doing all of this. I'm like, thank you. Because that's crazy. That's really freaking crazy. So I have that going on. And then I'm coming out with a new underwear brand, which I can't say much about. And I'm launching the website soon. And another TV show, which I can't really talk about. But yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I've been busy.
Being busy is good, man. Congrats. Seriously.
And I moved to Miami and I bought me a condo right on the water. So I live and smell happy. And vibe.
So life is pretty good for you then. I have to imagine.
Life's been going well. Been learning stocks, investing, flipping, investing, and just living life.
And so people want to know, man, like, are you going to do another challenge? Like, are you over it? Do you still have that challenge itch?
Listen, I always am game for a comeback. Everybody who knows me know I'm game for that. The crazy thing is, this season was going to be a bit different. Let's just say that the season was going to be a bit different, but things happened, so it couldn't be as different as people wanted it to be. But it was going to be there. It was really about to happen. But things happened. So maybe next time.
Hey, I would definitely be watching if you're on, man. You're good TV. You're good TV.
You just want to see me cuss somebody out.
Hey, we live for the drama, man. We live for the drama. The challenge is about competing in drama, and we love it.
Right. I love it. Listen, I'm all about the drama, just as long as it comes with a side of French fries and a hot dog, and I'm there.
Hey, I like your style, man. I like your style. Any final thoughts? Anything that you want your fans to know before we end this thing?
Yeah, I would just say, thank you guys for supporting me in everything I freaking do. I freaking love you guys. You guys are amazing. And trust me, 2021 has a lot in store for you. Jose has been working just for y'all can get those memes and gifts, baby.
Jose, it was a freaking pleasure to talk to you, man. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys, thank you again for coming on and watching Challenge Reality News. I will see you guys next week. Until then, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.